Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading. So if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and get comfy. I'm really excited to have you here if you would like to be here. Just a few quick things before we get into the reading. Number one, if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. That lets me know that you like to see my content. This is stuff that you want me to continue doing. I'm happy to do this either way, but it's a boon to my confidence that you guys really like the content, and you can let me know by doing all of that. Number two, I've listed all of the links to my social media, my website, everything you guys need to get in contact with me outside of YouTube. You can totally do so. I'm happy to entertain questions, comments, and concerns. Let's open a dialogue. Keep it civil, of course. But I'm happy to help you in any way possible. And on that note, I do take private readings. If you guys are interested in that, that is an option, not an obligation. Please don't worry, or if you can't or you don't feel comfortable at this time, please don't stress yourself out over that front, but it is there if you would like to do that. And also, I have listed the decks I'm using for this reading as well. So if you are interested in seeing if you're interested in seeing the decks close up, or if you want to add those to your collection, if you have one, it's all there for you. So let's get into the reading. Before we actually look at the cards, I do want to say that I've been first off, actually, I don't claim to be psychic. I'm not a channel in that way. But because of the time of the year it is, because of the holiday we just had, I do sense a lot of change and turnover, and things have gone from being very difficult to starting to ease up. At least that's the energy I'm sensing right now. And as I was shuffling cards for this reading, also I should mention there is a bonus reading at the end of this, so stay tuned if you want to see that. Back to the original point, as I was shuffling cards, I had this one fall out of the deck. So there is, I'm going to take this as confirmation that there is new energy coming out for us, that we're starting essentially from scratch. And this could be triggering for a number of you. This could be very empowering. I'm viewing this from an empowerment sense, but that could be different for you. So let's with this in mind, with this Phoenix energy in mind, this is representing a resurrection and a surrender to change. So let's see what energy comes out, if this confirms it, if this denies it. What are we doing with this today? And so let's see. There's the Phoenix. That's our theme for this reading. So let's get into the Oracle energy. We're gonna supplement this here for this first part. So on that note, the first card we have is Elixir. This is talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness and addressing remorse and guilt. Okay. We have the Porcupine, time for a beginner mind. I was going to read that spirit, but I do think that energy is there. So Porcupine, time for a beginner mind. We also have the Lady of Lightning, representing surprises, shock, and a total paradigm shift. Okay. We have the Deer, this calling us to open our heart power And we also have the praying mantis. Okay. This is engaging in prayer and surrender. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely confirming that energy. And we have the dolphin, which is calling us to live joyfully in the present. Well, then. Um, I I think we've had this energy confirmed. We're only 5 minutes into this reading here, but we have had this change and surrender energy confirmed, because there has been a lot of change, and I feel like the only way we're going to make the most of this changing energy right now is to forgive hurts and things that we've experienced in the past. um yeah, we're only gonna give way to the new by exposing the old for what it was and moving it out of our space. Um, that could mean forgiving those that have hurt us, but most importantly, that means forgiving yourself. And like I said with this card, addressing the sources of your guilt and remorse. Okay. Um, because we're being asked to live joyfully in the present. There's a reason it's called the present, okay? And we can't dwell in yesterday. We can't be nervous about tomorrow when all we have is our present moment, okay? And this is what we're being called for, okay? In order to do that, we need to open our hearts and pray. Open our hearts, pray, surrender. Do whatever method of maybe it's meditate, um, maybe it's reflect, meditate, reflect. Do what you need to do to welcome in this change. I said prayer, but the thought that followed that in my head is not everybody thinks that prayer is helpful for them. Um, that's okay. But certainly you're being called to surrender to something, whether you feel it's bigger than you, whether it's a situation you find yourself in. Hopefully it's positive, but you'll know what that feels like. Um, Surrender and opening your heart to that surrender, because there's new things coming into your space that are surprising, shocking, again, like I said, hopefully good. Again, hopefully good things are coming into you. And again, open your heart, open your mind to them, and you'll be able to live with the present moment, knowing that you've gotten yourself here, and you can be proud of yourself for that. Okay. So, okay, that was first part of the reading. Let's get into our tarot and see what it is that we can do to best maximize this energy right now. We're gonna do my standard setup here. So I'm gonna pull 5 cards. Those are going to be the energy that I'm basically seeing, hidden and clarifying energy, and then we're going to use the rest of the decks to, first of all, clarify why we're seeing that energy, and then get into the energy for you, what it is that you can do during this time for yourself. So let's see here. Okay, so the first card out, we have the Hierophant. Now this has actually been coming out a lot in my personal readings. And it's been coming out a lot in the readings that I'm doing for my blog. For those of you that are new here, I run a website that is concerned with tarot reading and sharing my posts like that. So, yeah, this Hierophant card is it's a lot about and rules and regulations, but it's also, at least to me, it's also about following the things that you know to be right. So what your values are, what your morals are, standing your ground when that gets questioned. Um, Especially right now, with all of this change, there is, um, you may have lost a little bit of your sense over what you know to be true for you. And I think this is something, if you have, if that is true, if you're resonating with that statement, you may be feeling a call to, you may be feeling called to call those things back. So what do you know for yourself? What do you know to be true? And how are you feeling called to follow your heart right now? Like what's your, basically what I mean is how are you following your heart? Are you following your heart? And is what you're experiencing in alignment with your higher truths? If it's not, how can you tap into your personal truths to realign yourself? Okay, there's the Hierophant. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's some choices to be made here as well. And that's where the Hierophant energy is going to come back to help you here, because you're missing some information about your situation. Okay. Uh, yeah, you're missing some information about the situation you're in, and um, it's a little nerve-wracking because you have been in a place where things have seemed clear, and that's the path you follow. Maybe that path has been dictated by other people. It certainly seemed helpful in the moment, but now that things are changing, it's like, well, wait a minute, what have I been doing with myself? Okay. Um, what have I been doing? What have I managed to gain in this situation? And has there been anything I've sacrificed to make those gains? Right? Hopefully that makes sense. Um, Again, you'll know what this situation is, and you'll know what you need to do for yourself in that situation. Because I think the goal here is to achieve your wildest dreams, to achieve that growth and that peace and that love that you desire to have in your space. Um, the thing is that you might not have felt like it matters. Okay, all of this, what are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? This is why, certainly in the energy reading, living joyfully with yourself in the moment and following your heart is going to be exactly what you need to clarify this situation for yourself. Okay. And ultimately, at the end of the day, there's a lot of peace. Like I said, a lot of peace, a lot of love, a lot of hope, a lot of really good things are meant to happen for you. Okay. Yeah, a new beginning. A new beginning is coming. Okay. And there's a sense of reconnecting with your personhood with all of this change happening. Okay. So let's see some hidden and clarifying energy, please. Okay. Hidden energy is the Queen of Cups. So by doing all of this work, there's going to be a deeply emotional connection that is happening for you. There's going to be a time and a place where you can nurture other people into this situation. For now, I do think that connecting with your emotions and what you feel right now, uh, that's going to be definitely that's going to be helpful. Paying attention to your emotions, connecting on an emotional level with others, um, being being emotionally present with yourself is is going to help you as well. Again, hope that makes sense. There's the Queen of Cups. That's our hidden energy. Let's see our clarifying energy, please. Clarifying energy, please. Okay, we'll take you. Clarifying energy is Four of Pentacles. So, again, there have been things that have come into your space right now that are that have been challenging, that have definitely made you sit up and pay attention. But the thing is, you don't have to sit up and pay attention as hard as you have been. This is the Four of Pentacles? Yes. So there's some things that you're going to have to surrender. Like the first part of the energy, like the Oracle energy says, there's a shift, there's a paradigm shift. You may be feeling all sorts of things. But the reason for those, the reason why it feels so insurmountable is because you're holding on to things that aren't serving you right now. And it's old news. Whatever you're trying to keep close to you is old news. Because you're not letting things grow by constantly stamping down the soil. You're not letting things in by putting up barriers. And there's a difference. I think there's a difference between a boundary and a barrier. Because to me, a barrier is a brick wall that you're hiding behind, whereas a boundary is like, hey, you know what? You're getting too close to this. I need you to rethink how we're talking about this, how we're interacting with this energy. Yeah. So let go a little bit. Let go. You're gonna have to let go. Whatever this is, it's not serving you. There's some things that you're holding on to that are possibly giving you some sense of resistance because things are changing. Okay. So there's the Four of Pentacles. That's our clarifying energy. So let's get into why we are seeing what we are seeing. We're going to clarify each of the 5 cards and get into the rest of the energy, what we are seeing for you as well. Okay. And we're going to get into the bonus reading, which I'm very excited to see. Okay. All right, so let's clarify the Hierophant here. Why are we seeing the Hierophant? Okay, we're seeing the Six of Pentacles to clarify the Hierophant. So there is a sense of needing to be in flow, specifically what is, specifically in terms of giving and receiving in equal measure. However, like I said, and I love the synchronicity of this, like in context, I was talking about there being a difference between a barrier and a boundary. In this case, I do think you need to go back to what you know is true for you so you can assess the boundary that you're willing to go up to in this situation. Because I think the risk for you here is that you just accept and accept and accept anything and everything that comes your way. even if it's not the best thing for you. Okay. Um, Likewise, you are probably a very giving person, and you will go to the ends of the world for the people that matter to you, which is good. But you also have to understand that you have you have the Ten of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Oh no, I'm sorry. You have the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. So you're very much about your emotions. And you cannot give on an empty cup. You cannot run a car on fumes alone. Okay? So, yes, be willing to give and receive, but also understand that you have your limits, and you need to know what those limits are before you can continue moving forward. Okay? So there's the Six of Pentacles. It's clarifying the Hierophant. Let's see what else we need to know about this Hierophant card. And we have the Nine of Cups. So I think the goal here is to maintain a sense of peace and a sense of peace. Certainly, there's a lot of emotional overflow coming out right now, and this is where uh, letting go, making your decisions. Um, the goal here is to remain peaceful and I guess stable while you're trying to do this work. It's hard. It's hard, but also you have Pentacles energy here. So you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is very much about grounding and earth energy. So you do tap into that, you know, tap into that if you feel destabilized or if you feel like you're unsteady. Um, know that you're capable of being peaceful and grounded during this time as well. And what is going to help you is tapping into your personal truths and being grounded in that. Okay. There's the Hierophant. We got clarifying cards. Let's see our Two of Swords energy. This is our choice to make here. Choices to make. What do we need to see? The hidden energy, we have the Empress. So there's a lot of creative abundance coming into us during this time, especially now that we're working on surrendering the old, getting rid of the old so we can make the new happen. For some of you, this might indicate pregnancy or childbearing in some way, childbearing in some way. But to me, this is calling in a new energy for us, and the choice that we have the choice to bring it in, or we have the choice to push it away. I really hope you're not pushing it away, because I have a sense that this is going to be very, very good for you. And addressing those that this resonates with. But in order to make this happen, we have to let it come in for us. We have to really pay attention to who we are and how we're feeling. Okay? Who we are and what we're feeling right now. Okay? Paying attention, certainly, again, making our choices, gathering what we need to clarify that. And this there's a lot of good creative energy coming in, but we have to let it in too. Okay? So there is the Empress. Okay? So clarifying energy, that's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Chariot. We're gonna know how to get where we're going. Okay? And I'm noting the black and white horses in front of this character here. We are we are made of both light and dark aspects. We're not just one over the other. that would be deeply imbalanced in some way. Um, we're made of light and dark, and I think once we're balanced, once we get moving forward, there's going to be a lot of rapid movement forward. And it may feel overwhelming, and it's certainly okay if you're in that situation. I think I think you have some very good energy on your side right now. Um, you're going to be clear about the way that you're going if you take the time to pause, reflect, and gather what you need to make your decisions. Once that happens, boom, there you go. You're down the road faster than I can blink, right? Um, which is good. And I really do hope that for you, okay? Um, there's some work you got to do first, okay? There's some work you got to do first because you have so much good, creative, powerful energy coming forward for you. Also, a thing you need to know about this is that there's, I feel, a really strong sense of your capability coming through. Okay, you're not, you're not helpless. Okay, that's not what I want to say. You have the power to make things happen for yourself. And when you tap into your Hierophant energy, wow, wow, I cannot wait to see what this energy brings in for you because I have a feeling it is going to be amazing. Okay, so let's see our Ten of Cups energy, what's clarifying and yeah, what's clarifying for you on the Ten of Cups. Let's see what we need to see for the Ten of Cups. Whoopsie doodles. Okay. Ten of Cups, please. Okay. Ten of Cups, we're releasing anxiety and stress. This Nine of Swords energy is, yeah, no, who needs it, right? There's been a lot of chatter. There's been a lot of stress, and certainly you haven't been able to catch a break. But that's going away. Okay, I do think that change. Well, okay, I do think this is changing, but I think the fact that things have changed and are changing probably has triggered this a little bit. And yeah, I get it. I'm the same way. Like something gets out of place. I'm like, what's happening? No, no, no. It's okay. You know, things can be gotten past, they can be moved past. That I don't say that to diminish whatever you're experiencing. Um, there is work to be done, and I do think acknowledging that first and foremost is going to allow you to not only see where you need to go, but will help you gather missing pieces that you might need to move forward. Okay. Um, ultimately, this Ten of Cups energy is your goal. Okay. And in order to get there, acknowledge what is stressing you and release it. Okay. So that is the Nine of Swords. Okay. What else? The Knight of Cups. Again with the Cups energy, which is fine. This is what we need to see right now. The Knight of Cups. So you're very much in your heart. You're very much in your feels. And you know, if you don't know how to take action with those emotions in mind, at least you know you need to do something with them, right? Again, that could be a source of stress for you. Again, that's okay. I hear you. I feel you. I can't necessarily help you medically, but I can advise going to speak to someone outside of myself. Um, I say that because I'm not a trained medical professional. I can only give, I'm only choosing to give the information I see from the cards. So again, if that resonates with you, please consider going to someone other than me for help. Okay? Back to the original point, though. The Knight of Cups is, he's romantic. They're romantic. They're very much the type of person that wears their hearts on their sleeves. And if that person is you, I hear you, I feel you, I know what you mean. But it may be time to address what you're feeling. Okay, address what you're feeling so you can let go of your Nine of Swords moment. Okay, so there is the Knight of Cups. All right, now let's get into clarifying our Queen of Cups. Why are we seeing our Queen of Cups here? Okay, Queen of Cups. Perfect. All right. We also have the King of Wands coming out first to clarify the Queen of Cups. So you're feeling a lot. You're definitely feeling a lot. And the King of Wands is the type of person who has the energy of having mastered what they're feeling and how deeply they're feeling. Okay. Now, granted, this isn't the King of Cups, but I do sense that there is a lack of understanding of how deep your emotions go. You know that you're feeling certain things. You know that you're feeling certain ways about certain issues, right? But if you're just looking on the surface level, it's not really going to help you. This is where I think knowing what you're feeling and understanding how okay, sorry. I thought I said there's a spider in the corner of my kitchen over here. So I'm going to take this as confirmation that I'm on the right track. But back to the original point, if you're just looking at surface level emotions, probably not going to be as effective for you as you may think. Getting deep and understanding how intense these feelings go or run for you may help you get into really get into the root cause of your stress really get into the root cause. Now we've talked a lot about the change, so of course that may be a trigger for some of you, but how intensely do you feel that trigger? Maybe that's something you share with others, maybe that's something you keep to yourself or put it in a journal in some way. But again, I feel the call is to really try and understand how deeply and intensely you're feeling things right now. Okay, so that is the King of Wands, and I say all of this in particular to do with the King of Wands because we're looking for mastery over the passions and the emotions you're feeling. It's not blocking them out. It's not making them, it isn't trying to diminish what you're feeling in any way. It isn't trying to numb yourself to feeling. It's just saying, okay, I'm feeling really happy. I'm feeling really angry. I'm doing this to myself. It really hurts. How can I help myself through this? Okay. How can I help myself through this? We have a lot of energy coming in that's very good, but we also need to address the negativity so that we can let it go, right? So there's the King of Wands, okay, and the Four of Cups. I had a feeling this card was going to come out. There's been so much disappointment. There's been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of stress. It's coming out with the Nine of Swords. But we know what's right for us. We have the Hierophant. Okay? We don't have to hold on to those things. We don't have to accept subpar offers. We know what's up. We know how it's going. We know what we need to do. Okay? And the Four of Cups suggests that we really do need to work on letting things go. Okay? On top of that, we know what's right. But it's time to let the disappointments go so we can. Okay? So there's the Four of Cups. Okay? That's clarifying our Queen of Cups energy. So let's get into the Four of Pentacles here. Let's clarify why we are seeing the Four of Pentacles. Why are we seeing the Four of Pentacles, please? Let's see here. Okay, Four of Pentacles. We have the Sun. Again, there's some clarity aspects coming through, but we're looking to grow. We're looking to blossom. We're looking for a sense of warmth and peace. And that's coming out very strongly. This post is very much about basking in that, about giving yourself the chance to really feel good, to live joyfully. Again, living joyfully, surrendering, allowing new beginnings to happen. We can't necessarily do that. Again, we can't necessarily do that because we're holding on to things. Okay. And that's hard. That's really hard. I think the dichotomy that comes out of this is it's definitely triggering, but there's an opportunity in that to really dig deep and find who you are in all of this. Okay, find who you are in all of this and let that be the light that you bask in. Okay, so there is the Sun. Okay, let's see. Okay, see what else. The Emperor. Beautiful, you guys. We have the Emperor coming out as the clarifier to the Four of Pentacles. Things are chaotic. And I'm saying that as a blanket statement because everything's switched up, everything's changed, everything looks different, everything seems chaotic, and what the actual shit do I do with all of this? But the thing is, because you're working on knowing who you are, on acting in a way that aligns with your personal truths, you're going to be able to see this chaos and order it in a way that makes sense for you. You're an authority over you. Okay? And there's not I want to say there isn't a thing that could happen to you that shakes you off your path. Okay? Because remember, you have the Chariot, you have the Sun, you have you have so much good coming in for you, and now you have authority and power over yourself as well. Okay. Yes. Woo. Okay. Emperor. I'd love to see it. All right. Okay. So let's take a little water break. Hydration reminder, guys. Cheers. I hope this is helping you in some way. We're going to get the final ducks as a reading for your energy, how you can use your energy to maximize what we've just seen from the Oracle and Tarot energies. Give me a moment. And then we are going to we're going to get into the bonus reading after that. I keep promising you the bonus reading, but trust me, it's coming. I'm excited to see what happens for you there. So, oops, okay. So first, first card we have out of the deck for you in specific is the Page of Pentacles. So you're learning, right now you're in a state of learning, um, learning how to apply what you've picked up along the way, and specific about setting down roots and grounding your energy. Excuse me. Like I said, grounding your energy, making yourself feel more stable than you have been. This is part of part of what you have had to let change. Okay, and I'm saying that because there are fields that you've tried to plant, there are things you've tried to do that what happened? Nothing happened. Why did I spend my energy? Why did I think I could do this? Blah blah blah. That's the thought process that you've kind of went down for so long. It's like, why bother? Why try? Why this? Why that? Blah, blah, blah. Slow down. Remember, your Emperor energy needs to come out right now. Okay. And I'm going back to what I just said. Why bother when everything changes? Well, there's still opportunities. You haven't depleted yourself just yet. You know, you haven't done anything. No, you've done a lot. You've done quite a bit. Okay. And you've tried really hard. It's just that maybe that field isn't the right field for you. Okay. Maybe you need a smoother soil rather than a rockier soil. You need to, maybe you need to go back to your Hierophant, go back to your Emperor. You need to find your truth so you can plant your field, so you can grow, so you can see things come to fruition. Okay. There is the Page of Pentacles. See, the thing I'm getting struck by, and it might be kind of hard to see, but I don't know what this is, but I feel like in this context, this character is kind of stopping where they are because of it, and that's not what's holding you back. Is it's time to surrender what's holding you back, is what I'm getting from that. So give me some feedback in the comments on that. This deck might be a little bit hard to see because it is monochromatic, black and white. There it is. So yeah, surrender what's holding you back as well. There's Page of Pentacles. Let's move on. Let's see the. Okay. Oh, we have the Six of Cups coming out. I love this. Because this is a reconnection to yourself, reconnection to a sense of being home in yourself. This could be reaching out to your inner child. Okay, what made you the happiest in your life when you were a kid? What was the one thing you could do over and over that made you ridiculously happy? For me, it was watching old movies. There might be some mental stuff going on, but I used to watch Little Mermaid over and over and over, and my parents actually had to hide the tape from me, keep me from watching it, which Ooh, that made me mad, right? Um, but, but, um, what I mean to suggest here is that part of your call to live joyfully is ask yourself what it is that you genuinely and desperately wanted to do when you were a kid that would have made you the happiest and the most would have made you the happiest. Okay, there's that. Also reconnect with that. Okay, so there's the Six of Cups. Okay, we also have, oh, okay, I think this is, yeah, 13. This is the moon. Okay, so we're back to a possible lack of clarity, but I'm going to, oh, possible lack of clarity, but I'm going to tap into the dreams aspect of this because I think it's important and relevant to the situation. Okay. Um, Again, there's a lot of creativity, a lot of abundance, a lot of very healthy new energy coming in here. And this is very much inspiring. Okay. It's very much inspiring you to say, you know what? I have this thing in my head and I've always wanted to do it. It would make younger me so proud and so happy to do this. Um, so I'm going to try and make it happen. It might not go as I originally planned. There might be things that give me a little bit of a hiccup along the way. But you know what? I going back to the Chariot, going back to the Emperor. There's a lot of determined energy here. Like you're gonna make it happen, uh, whether or not it is. You're gonna make it happen until you figure something else out. No, is that what I want to say? I don't think it is. You're determined to do something with it. Let's go with that. Again, feedback is always welcome. So if you feel differently about it, go ahead and let me know. Um, yeah, you're gonna make something happen with this new energy, and I also feel like there's going to be a collaborative effort. I'm saying that because you're bringing someone in on the stream. You're talking, you're talking about it and trying to make it manifest in your reality. Okay. So there is the moon. Okay. Let's see some hidden energy, please. What is our hidden energy? Okay. Hidden energy, please. Hidden energy is the Three of Pentacles. What did I just say about teamwork? Look at that. That's you're going to either be bringing someone in on this venture, you're going to be needing help, but um, certainly there are things that are much more strong, much more powerful, much more intentional about how you're moving forward. The intent is also being balanced by ideas that you're bringing in, people that you want on your team. Now remember that you have to follow your heart too. Okay, so yes, you're taking ideas, you're noting things down. I'm imagining you being in a meeting with a bunch of people at a giant table, right? Again, you're noting things, you're making things work. Okay, but it's coming with balance, understanding of other ideas, and you're following your heart to do this. Okay, so there is the Three of Pentacles as our hidden energy, clarifying energy. Oh, it's the King of Swords. King of Swords. So you're mastering your thoughts, you're mastering your passions, everything that you feel, think, and are taking action on has you're an authority. You're an authority. And I like to see it. You're an authority, but I do think there's a more gentle energy. I'm saying that certainly because you have cups and you have the coins. Now, this is still a young energy. I do feel like it's still somewhat new, and you're trying to figure it out. Um, but um, it is being monitored, and you are taking action. You're taking action from a very logical and smart decision making place. Okay. So, what else do we need to see, please? What else do we need to see? Okay. What else here? What else? What else? Okay. All right. What else? Okay, again, things have shifted. This could be thought processes, paradigms, um, yeah, just thought processes, paradigms. Certainly, energy around you has changed, as we've seen from the Oracle. That's certainly a grand theme of this whole thing. Um, and it's okay. It's okay. Um, yeah, it's okay. You know what? Because we're pulling back the curtain on things that we need to see. Okay. That doesn't mean we might not necessarily feel prepared for that to happen. Um, but with everything else in your space and all of the rest of the energy that's coming through, I do think even if we don't feel prepared, we still can. We still can. Yeah, we can still move things aside and move the curtain out of the way so we can get clear about where we're going next. Okay, so yeah, there is the card for death. Specifically, it's a transformation of energy from one form to another. So yes, it could mean literal death. I don't think um, I don't think that's it for this situation, but you'll know what it means for you. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have the Fool. Yes, please. We are finally able to take a new start. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. Um, we're moving forward, and we're doing it in a spontaneous way. This may seem like it's come out of the blue for you, maybe for other people looking in on you, but it's been um, it's been on the books. This change has been on the books for a long time, and it's finally happening. Okay. Um, you may suddenly wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm going to write that book. I'm going to paint that painting. I'm going to do the damn thing. And I'm going to go audition for a play. I don't act. I don't know if I can act, but I'm going to try it anyway. Whatever, you know. Um, there's just the spontaneous leap of faith. Um, and I'm also hearing there's something that you may have to just go in raw. Like you don't know what you're doing, but you're gonna do it anyway and try until you get a result, right? Um, yeah, there's some spontaneous action. There's a leap of faith that you're going forward on because things have changed enough that you can just finally dive off the edge of the diving board and know that you're gonna land somewhere, if not in the spot you hope for. I'm hearing the phrase aim for the stars, aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. If you find yourself resonating with that, I think the Fool card is definitely coming out for you in specific, okay? I love it. I love it so much. Here's the Fool, okay? Finally, we have the Six of Swords. There's a lot of transition here. You're taking the leap of faith and moving forward, even if it's scary. Even if it's scary. Now, here's the thing. You're not moving forward by yourself. You're not going this by yourself. Because surprise, surprise, you do have people on your side. You do have people who love you and care about you and want you to really succeed. Okay? Now, I say people, this could mean physical, flesh and blood people. But there are interdimensional beings, angel spirits. If you buy into that idea, they're around you. There's energies around you that are helping you to take that spontaneous leap forward. Okay? Oh, so there is the Six of Swords. Okay? Let's see some hidden and clarifying energy. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna call it quits after the bonus reading. I do have another deck out, and I'm not sure I can effectively interpret the cards in that deck because I haven't used it in a very long time. So I'm going to stop this portion of the reading after these next two cards, and we'll do the last part. So, Six of Swords. Let's see some clarifying energy. We have the Seven of Wands. As always, there's some people in your space that are not feeling it. You know, they're looking at you and being like, ew, what is she doing? Why are you doing this? Why do you get to do this? Blah, blah, blah. The thing with this is that you are, you've earned your place. You've earned the right to stand where you are. You don't have to worry. You can defend yourself. Now, it may hurt because there are people in that crowd who you thought may have had your back. But the thing is that sometimes people just don't. People don't care. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you glow up. They don't want to see you change. Partly because they're not comfortable with what you're doing. And that's hard. That sucks. That's not great. It's not a great feeling. But it is, you are capable of doing what you need to do and moving forward in spite of, in spite of the haters. They're going to hate. They're going to hate because they're probably going through something similar, and seeing you be happy is chapping their butts a little bit, right? But it's okay. It's okay because you earn the right to be where you are. You know how to defend yourself, and you're going to move forward anyway. You're glowing up anyway. Okay? So there is the Seven of Wands. Okay? That's our hidden energy, and our clarifying energy is the Two of Coins. There will be things that you have to juggle. There will definitely be things that you have to manage. But you are willing to move forward anyway. You're willing to stay balanced and balanced in with your own heart. okay? Because again, you know what's right for you. You know, you know that there are many good things in your space, and you're willing to move forward in spite of the chatter, in spite of the static, okay? Um, so yeah, there's the Two of Coins. Okay, so let's get into our bonus reading for this week. Let's see what we need to see here, please. Okay, so let's start with Valaris, and this is calling us to dare to do what we gotta do to reach for that goal. This is calling us to take flight. Okay, we have the lizard spirit dream the world into being. So what's our wildest dreams and how can we make it manifest? Okay. We also have the hungry ghosts. Um, this is talking about being obsessive in scarcity consciousness or the mindset of scarcity or building negative attachments. Okay. We also have the tiger and the fox. So this is calling us to um, embrace touch and sensuality. And the fox is talking about welcome nighttime magic. I'm going to interpret that as dreams. But we also have the cat spirit. This is calling us to be relaxed and independent. Immediately, what I'm seeing here is that what I'm responding to with this Hungry Ghost card is the idea of being in scarcity and being in a lack. Because there's always enough. There will always be enough. Okay, but you might not, there's something in your space that you want to say. Like you want to see things come to pass. You have these dreams that you're so attached to that you're not sure will ever come to pass. Well, I don't have money to do this, or I don't have the skills, I don't have this, I don't have that. Let me give you a personal example here. When I started my website, when I started my business, I thought I couldn't because I don't have a business degree. I don't know how to run a business, this, that, and the other. But I had the internet. I had skills to go looking around to find what I needed to know. I had, I had the ability to do the research. Okay. And no, while I still don't have a business degree, I can still understand, this is A, B, and C. How much do I have to do in order to pay my taxes on this business? Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't have this fancy degree, but I can still run my business because I know that I can look things up. Okay. What I mean, how I feel this example is relevant to this card is just because you don't have certain things doesn't mean you still can't go look for them. Okay. If you want to learn something, you can learn it. Okay. You can learn it. So there is the hungry ghost. You're not in a lack for anything. Sometimes that could mean once you learn the things you need to learn, then it's like, oh, here's what I need to let go in order to really do the rest of the work here. Okay. So releasing that scarcity mindset, releasing this obsessive attachment that you have to not feeling good enough, perhaps. Let's move on, because what I'm seeing here is that you have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of good things coming to you, specifically with Valaris and the lizard spirit. you're being called to reach for those dreams. You're being called to be daring and bold right now. Okay. And it's, yeah, it's the kind of thing that you really genuinely want to have certain things in your space. Um, Now it's time to reach for those things, to let go enough so that you can feel unbounded and unchained and go forward. Okay. Um, because that's what you're being called for. Okay. Um, that's what you're being called for, and you have the magic. I'm gonna put in the tiger and the cat here because you got the balls to do it. You have the capability of doing it, and you're certainly not, I don't think you're inhibited. You're not that kind of person that holds back. But there are things that you have let do the holding back for you. Like maybe you're in the mindset of, oh, well, I want this, but your brain is saying, your brain is telling you one thing and your heart's telling you another. Acknowledge those things and try and work on balancing it, because um, maybe your thoughts are dimming your intuition a little bit in this situation. Okay. So let's get into our tarot reading and see what we have there. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. Okay. We have the Tower. And we have the Queen of Swords. You know what? You're all up in your head because things are changing. Yeah, you're very much in your head because things are changing. You're feeling trapped and disappointed because things have not come to pass in the way that you thought they would. This is kind of upsetting because you really want things to work, but what are you willing to sacrifice for that? Okay. You already have a lot of good and amazing things in your space, but are they worth giving up for something that might be subpar? Okay, again, that's up to you to analyze that. And I say that knowing that that could be a trigger for you feeling trapped and in your own thoughts a little too much. Okay. It is time to move. It is time to take action. It is time to get past your blindfold. It is time to get past the thoughts that are making you feel trapped. The secret with this is that you're not trapped. You're actually not, because when you shift your perspective especially on this change, it will help you see. It will help you see where to go next and what you might be standing to lose. Okay. Again, I hope that makes sense. Let's get into the Queen of Swords. Okay. You're smart. You're smart. You know what you see. You know how to process what you see. But again, I think, especially in this situation, you're doing this too much. I'm saying that because you may be forgetting that you also have a heart and you need to feel as well as think. Okay. Again, yeah, you need to feel as well as think. Okay. Um, this change is happening because it's meant for you to go through. It's I can already hear the voice in my head saying, you know what, that sucks, Meg. Why would you say that? Nobody likes being in a bad spot. I agree with you. I totally agree. Um, but this change, what's falling away with this crumbling, is meant for you to experience because it will reveal higher energies that are meant for you to tap into. Okay. You might be thinking, well, like, I can't do A, B, and C because I don't have what I need to move forward with that. But maybe you do. Maybe you do, and it's just hidden under rubble. Okay. So, again, I hope that makes sense. I will call it quits from there because I've rambled on for way too long already. Um, but if you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of this video, let me know. Everything is in the description. Wow. I had fun with this reading. I hope it helped in some way. And you know what? I'm really hoping to see you guys in the next one. So, in the meantime of that, stay safe, and I will see you very soon, friends. Bye, everybody.